Turns out he opened the relationship to take out on a date a younger colleague at his workplace who misread his idea of a date as just a work lunch. He then openly told me that he wanted to see if it would work with her so he could ultimately leave me for her.
The fuck?
However, she didn't want him, and it seems like no one else did either. Hello, troopers.
What's up?
Ready for another episode? We hope you are.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Definitely.
If you haven't already, please subscribe, like, comment. We really appreciate it.
Send us some love.
Yep.
We're not accepting any more hate. It's actually funny, right? We did a short on the Marcus. No, actually, it was about this guy Marcus Aurelius, the guy that got molten gold poured down his throat. But then we cut that into a short about Marcus Crassus.
Yeah.
And some people came after me in the comments, which is okay. I mean, I was technically not wrong, but yeah. So yeah, we don't accept hate anymore. So just send love. Thank you.
Of course, we appreciate everything, but yeah.
Traction is traction.
I mean, there's no PR that's bad PR.
I don't know. I hurt my feelings. I'm saying. It doesn't
Yeah.
All right, let's get right into it. Today, there's this thing going on. Well, I guess when the episode comes out, it will have been a few weeks before the episode. But there's an election going on in Denmark.
There is.
Soon, we're going to have to vote to see who will be the next prime minister of Denmark.
Yeah.
And it's a political party in Denmark called Liberal Alliance.
Okay.
Headed up by the young, charismatic Alex Vanopslagh. I don't know how his name is pronounced, to be honest. A.k.a. Daddy TikTok. Cause he's,
Daddy TikTok?
Yeah, they call him that.
Oh, I thought that was the moderates.
No.
Because he's been blown up on TikTok as well.
Yeah, no, it's him.
Okay.
Yeah, Daddy TikTok. Long story short, I think in 17, because he took over, he became party leader at 27 because the guy who founded the party left the party. They did really well as far as like keeping them above like the limit as far as like being in the parliament. And in an interview with Euroman, he said something like, imagine if somebody found out I've smoked some joints or tried some drugs. Apparently he's also had like a history with football violence when he was young. Yeah, I'm not going to go into that. Anyways, fast forward to 2026.
Yeah.
This tabloid magazine is interviewing him, and then one of the interviewer asks him if he's done coke during his tenure as party leader.
Okay.
He evades the question. It blows up in the media, and then finally, a couple of days ago, he basically said that yes, he had like 1 or 2 times in like at parties and stuff. Yeah. So now the whole world, aka just Denmark, basically is basically debating whether or not he's suitable to be, a possible prime minister because of that. And then, that's basically it. As far as what I can see on Facebook, there are a lot of these posts from these tabloid magazines that are doing these like votes saying, has this affected your view on him as a possible prime minister or not? Yeah. And it's overwhelmingly not. Like, it hasn't really affected. A lot of people have respect for the fact that he like stood up for it. Also because, let's just be honest, there are no perfect people, and not in the parliament either, right? And I know for a fact, I've read that there've been found like coke residue has been found on like the toilets in Christiansborg. And I mean, if you want to talk about politicians in Denmark committing crimes, I can at least name a couple that have committed far worse crimes than that.
Okay.
Yeah. So I just wanted to know, what do you think about it? What do you think about, first of all, the whole thing I just said? Do you think it makes him not suitable to be prime minister? And any other business?
Any other business? Wow. Yeah. Okay. No, I don't think it doesn't. Well, I think he can still become like prime minister for like, not that I'm supporting him or anything, but let's not get into that. But I don't think that should stop him from being a prime minister. I think had he done it while he was prime minister, that's a different thing. But him doing it, as a party leader, or what's that different from some CEO doing it? I mean, they're the leader of a company. So, I we all do shit sometimes, whether it's mistakes or not. You know, we do shit every now and then. So sure, it happened. As long as you don't, you know, keep doing it and stuff like that, then yeah, I think that's my take on it.
That's actually interesting you would say that, because I would venture that if if it was discovered that the CEO of our company had been doing coke while CEO, they would have kicked him out immediately.
For sure, they would have.
Yeah,
And that's where, you know, of course, again, as I said, if he was prime minister and had done it, that's a no-go.
Yes.
And I would compare a small company, like the CEO of a small company, to maybe his current, like, or what, him being a party leader versus being the prime minister is the same as being head of a very large company.
Fair enough.
So,
fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I agree that, yes, if the CEO of our company had done it, kick out, and the same for the current prime minister.
I could never see that happening. Not that we're going to let you know what the company is, but I could never see that happen. But I think there's also the matter of the fact that the party isn't a profit organization. I think that matters a lot. So it's more up to like the court of public opinion, but they're not a profit organization because they don't have shareholders. I mean, they have big investors, right? But they don't have shareholders whose dividends or like payouts are affected by it.
True.
So I think that plays a big role into it as well. Personally, I've kind of been on the fence about this because I tend to agree with you that it shouldn't affect it. But on the other hand, just thinking about like our rep and stuff in the world, it's a bad look. Like if you had a prime minister that had been doing coke, or at least, you know, had admitted that he had done it in the past. And not like in a Bill Clinton, but I didn't inhale kind of way, but like in a I did that shit, right?
Yeah. But do you think there are either the current or previous prime ministers who have done it while not being prime minister? I mean, surely, I'm not saying whether it has happened, but like the most recent, let's say the 21st century here, like surely some of the prime ministers within the 21st century, so after 2000,
I mean,
must have had done it being a party leader. And
I don't know, bro. The thing is, I mean, I can tell you that some of them have said some stuff that would let me to believe that they had done drugs, but it's hard for me to say, man. Also because a lot of if you exclude the previous one, the one we have now, and then like perhaps the other one that was a prime minister from that party, Helle Thorning-Schmidt, the other ones have been fairly old, so I would just think I don't think they have. I think maybe like drinking issues would be a bigger thing for them than actual cocaine.
True, but again, I'm not saying while they were prime minister, but while they were being party leader.
I mean, probably, yeah.
So,
but he admitted that, and I think the thing about it is, I think he obviously got caught off guard, right? Because he evaded the question. I don't remember the exact interview, but I do remember after reading it that I was like, he got caught off guard. Like there was no spin doctor or PR to like guide him in this, and then. I like the fact that he admitted it, but it also kind of felt like he was pressured into a corner, like he had to do something about it. And he even said it. He was doing this thing called Alex Without Filter, right? Where he was just basically talking about stuff, where he admitted it on stage and did like a really nice speech saying like, yeah, nobody's perfect and yeah, I've done it. But he also refuses to talk about like the experience and stuff because he wants to be a good role model. This guy also had like a year where he was like heavily stressed and like sick with stress, right? And after that, he talked about how like he turned around his life. Not that he had a big coke abuse before, but he hadn't really touched wine, and like he wants to be a role model for his kids. And so I think all in all, situation taken into consideration, I think he did pretty well. I'd love to see. Actually, I would like to see this guy become a prime minister. Not because like I'm not going to divulge or like let these guys know what my political opinion is, but the fact is that it's very easy to be in the opposition and then point fingers and say this is wrong. And he has a lot of ideas for a very liberal Denmark, which I don't really think could work in practice.
Okay.
But it'll be interesting to see him on the other side of this, and then like having to make good on the promises he's made, right?
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. But yeah, just to round up, I think he did okay, and I don't really mind. It'll be something else if he was like an alcoholic or like had beaten someone up as a party leader or something like that.
Yeah, that's worse.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, like, nobody's perfect, right? And if you look at it, like, Parliament is a representation of the people elected by the people, right?
Mm.
And nobody is perfect. So inevitably, somebody will have done some of the stuff, right? But we have worse cases, man. We have fucking, like, people committed of child stuff and stuff. That was, do you know this?
I mean, I know nothing. You know, I'm
Yeah, fair, fair, fair.
uncultured. I'm uncultured.
I don't remember his name, but he was a minister, bro, and he was like something something 15-year-old girl, something something. Yeah, bad, really bad.
Damn.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, that's not good.
yeah.
No.
Let's put a lid on the politics. You had something you want to talk about?
Yeah. Well, speaking of bad things,
Yeah.
within the gaming industry, there's been a sort of a, it's not an uprising, but there's been like a new thing developing.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that Sony, in general, like to bring forth a lot of different ideas for how they want to move their company in
Mm-hmm.
general, and especially when it comes to ways they can make money. Um, they've even like there's a bunch of different patents they've tried to get on many different things. Um, things related to the use of a TV when you're gaming on it and stuff like that. It's very weird. But
Can you elaborate on that? I didn't really understand that.
well, I can't remember the exact patent, but there was some sort of patent like many years ago where they were trying to patent something regarding the usage of the TV
Oh, was
when
it
you are
something with
gaming.
commercials or something like that?
Yeah, there was something about it. I can't remember
Yeah.
exactly, but yeah. But anyway, but this is not one of their patent. This is just one of their like strategies, I would say, where they've gone and implemented something which I think is the first, at least we're hearing of it from at least a large
Mm.
company in the gaming sphere industry. Um, and they've gone and implemented something called dynamic pricing. So dynamic pricing is where the price is different for various reasons for various people. So one thing is that it could be a different price between you and me,
Mm-hmm.
and it could be different from. I even saw someone checking that the price for a game was different from when they weren't logged in to when they were logged into their account.
Which one was cheaper?
They're not logged in.
Oh.
So what they do is based on, for example, your usage or their knowledge on who you are and what you like in games. For example, if you buy a certain category of games, then they will increase the price of that category because they know you're going to buy it. So they can make more money if they increase the price.
That's a bitch ass move.
That is,
Bitch ass move.
I mean, I've never heard more of sort of a, yeah, I'm getting like short for words here, but that is such a business move, like such a corporate
Yeah.
decision to like, how can we get more money?
Yeah. That's fucked up, bro. So it's because I thought it was maybe like geographical or something like that.
That's
But
also that.
yeah. Okay.
I mean, there's many different like things that
When did they implement this?
they already have it.
Yeah, but when did they
Oh,
implement
like
it?
a couple of weeks ago.
And they still have it.
Yeah,
Okay, because
there's nothing against it.
no, I know it's not illegal, but I would imagine that like because of like the uproar or whatever, they would have probably retracted it by now. That's messed up, bro.
But I think again, not having seen the full scope of it, and I don't have a PlayStation or anything,
Mm.
but you know, it's a couple of dollars, euros here and there.
It still matters, bro.
It does, and especially for them because let's say I don't know how many games they sell a month,
Mm.
but let's say they sell 100,000 games a month.
Mm.
Just an example. $1 more, that's still $100,000 more per month. So yeah, I think that's a very cheap way to increase their income, but silently fucking over
That's fucked up.
all of the gamers.
I just know that this came from PowerPoint suit
Yeah.
that doesn't have like the remotest idea of what like gaming is. Has probably never played on a PlayStation, and it's like, yeah, I have this brilliant idea, made some really good slides, and then the other PowerPoint tools were like, yeah, this is awesome, let's do that, let's make more money. And then the people working on it for that are being asked to develop this, and like, you know, that are basically foot soldiers, right? Are just sitting there like, what the fuck is going on? Like, who made this decision? And they have to adhere because that's the pecking order.
Yeah.
That's messed up, bro. I wonder if someone has cracked the algorithm, so to say.
But how can you crack the algorithm if it is truly depending on either the user's like needs. So again, if you buy a lot of games on one category, then it will. Let's say it increases the price on that. Then how can you
Fair,
circumvent
but maybe
that?
maybe I don't know. Maybe someone was like, yeah, if you want this game, fucking delete your cookies or like log in with your cell phone network and then make a new user and then you will get the game $5
Something
cheaper
like
or
that.
whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Something like
There's
that.
always a loophole.
I hope so.
Yeah, that's
'Cause-
crazy. I was actually let's try something right now. I'm just gonna open the PlayStation Store, and then
Yeah, you have a PlayStation.
yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I got it on the cheapness because I changed the mobile company. Let me just see if I can find the app here. Name a game I don't have. Let's see. We could do.
Stardew Valley.
Is that on?
I don't know. I would guess.
I'll do the new Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Let's see what that costs.
So you're in the app, right?
Yeah, in
Not
the app.
not the website.
No, in the app it's $5.94 DKK.
What was it called?
Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Okay, I'll let's see if you can find what the price is for you.
So I'm going on the website.
Yeah.
What was yours?
$5.94.
Okay, so it's also $5.94 on the website here. But
All right.
so, and again, I don't know to what capacity they've rolled this out, but people have noticed that it is out, whether it's for all games or just some. Yeah.
Just give me a sec. I'm choking a sneeze. There we go.
Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I think it's bullshit. Biggest load of bullshit I've heard
That's
in a
fucked
while.
up. Yeah.
I
don't understand why I haven't heard about this.
They've been moving it very silently. And again, what do the I don't think it's something people will notice in their everyday life. People who are used to buying games on the PlayStation Store, they'll just keep doing it without realizing, oh, this is $1, $2 more.
Yeah. Plus, who compares, right? Because if you buy on a PlayStation, for PlayStation, it's PlayStation Store or physical disc.
Yeah,
that's it.
Exactly.
But if I were more into gaming, I'd be like prone to be like, yeah, fuck PlayStation, and then go on a computer anyways because like the graphics are better and you can get way better deals. What's the name of that site you showed me? The really good one.
Is there any deals.com?
Is there any deal.com?
Yeah.
Guys listening, if you play PC games, is there any deal.com is like a lifesaver because it shows you basically all-time lows, where it's cheapest at, and then it's an amazing site.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
not good for me to have it though.
No.
Yeah.
But why I like it, and I'll get back to the PC thing, but why I like it is because it only uses sites that are like approved and good.
Yeah.
So I don't like mentioning G2A, but that's a site that gets their keys unethically and stuff like that. So it doesn't use that site, so that won't pop up there if you go and search for games. But it only sources from sites that are good. And
I did have a weird little comment for this because I don't remember which game it was. I think maybe it was Black Myth Wukong, which I bought for my son, but went on Is There Any Deal, found like this site I'd never heard of, and then it wasn't actually the game. They were selling me a Steam account with the game, which I didn't do because I was like, no. So
yeah, and that's one of the unethical ways that you'll get
it.
Who
knows how they got that, right?
Exactly. But what I mean by unethical is that when a site that is not good, in this case, sells a game or someone buys a game from that site, the developers don't necessarily get a cut of their money as they should. Whereas if you take a good site such as Green Man Gaming, I think it's called, they're like it's based on what they've shown and how they've acted and stuff like that. That the developer is getting their cut out of what they're selling, as they would on any other platform. But because other bad sites get their keys unethically, they don't have to give that money forward.
Fairness. Speaking of games, before we jump to the next step, I just saw today at lunch at work, I think, that remember the Assassin's Creed movie that with what's my guy's name, Michael Fassbender, which was like a meh movie.
Yeah.
We're making a series now.
Okay.
So Danish actor is going to be in it.
Who?
I don't think we know him, but yeah, a Danish actor is going to be in it. So
nice.
that's going to. I think it's the format is better for series, like the Assassin's Creed games, than it is for one single movie. So I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love having Danish actors in movies.
It's Netflix. That's
Okay.
doing it.
Did you know you've seen the new season of Stranger Things?
I haven't watched Stranger Things.
Okay.
I've tried 5 times, I think.
Okay. But there's a girl so who's acting a lot with the main character, who's of course 11, and she's Danish actually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I don't think you realize. I didn't, at least. But then I saw one day a news article.
Fairness.
She's Danish.
Fairness.
Yeah.
Danish actors are out here, though.
They are.
There's actors who were a lot in Game of Thrones. There was Nikolaj Coster-Waldau and Birgitte Hjort Sørensen, who I'm not sure if you know, but in the episode Heart Home, where John goes to convince the wildlings to go with him, and then like the Night King comes and then he kills everybody and they leave on the boats. Okay. She's in that as well.
Okay.
So yeah, Mads Mikkelsen, obviously. Yeah. Also, his brother Lars Mikkelsen, played Thrawn in the Ahsoka series, and he also played a villain in the Sherlock series with Benedict Cumberbatch. I think his name was Magnus in that. He does a lot of good work. I think he also voiced Thrawn is this
you don't have to
blue guy with red eyes from Star Wars, Admiral. I think he also voiced him in the Clone Wars, which is a really good series, animated series of Star Wars. So yeah, we're out here. Also like the guys in Vikings as well.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Of course, yeah. Gotta bring some of that Nordic blood in for that series.
Of course, man.
Yeah. Okay. Well, staying sort of in the same universe. I think it's time for us to review another movie.
Let's go.
Yeah, movie corner. And this time it's a movie called The Rip.
Yeah, Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, Netflix.
Yeah. So there will be spoilers. So if you haven't watched it, skip ahead a bit. But we'll talk about it openly.
Little spoiler for me before we start. I've only actually watched 68% of the movie.
Yeah, I know, but you said you were good with talking about it. So but just a short breakdown of what the movie is about. So you're in the United States. I can't remember exactly whether it's Miami, California, whatever.
I think it's Miami.
Yeah, I think so too. But you're in the United States, and you have this police group that are working on basically like finding drug money. That's basically their responsibility, or just in general money that
like
shouldn't be where
stash houses. And
exactly. And at some point, this Matt Damon he gets a tip. And the tip is from a lady who was assassinated the night before.
Yeah. She was a cop too, right?
Yeah, exactly. By just some random blokes. Or at least you think they're random. And she then manages to send a message to Matt Damon and give him a tip saying there's something here. And he then sets up this whole, or tries to set up this whole mission to go and check it out, but there are certain procedures they have to follow, and right now they're under like very close observation because a fellow colleague has just died. So the FBI is investigating
internal affairs.
Exactly. So they go out to this. They manage to skip the procedures, or Matt Damon sort of covers it as not being such a big heist as it might be. Or a finding, if you may call it that, stash house, safe house. And they then end up going out there as a group, and it's a very calm neighborhood, nothing crazy about it, just a regular old house, maybe a bit run down. They check it out, and through some digging, they find what they think is something along $2 million or something like that.
In the attic, right?
In the attic,
behind the wall,
Yeah. And they then discuss, okay, what should they do? How should they go about it? And as the movie progresses, what it's doing very well, I think, is that it keeps you guessing what are they actually going to do next, because there are some dubious things happening.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like you don't really know who to trust kind of vibe.
exactly. Is the person who's living there in the house lying or telling the truth? Are one of the characters, like the cops, doing something out of line that they shouldn't be doing? Like Matt Damon at one point confiscates everyone's mobile phones.
Yeah.
Why is he doing that? Why aren't they reporting it in? Because they don't report it in, and stuff like that. And they end up, it ends up being like $20 million that's actually in this stash house that they now had to figure out what to do. And then as the movie further progresses, you see it from different angles because they split up a bit, and some people are locked in one room than another, and you hear it from different angles where they then in the end sort of reveals everything that's been going on, and it turns out being like not a double play but like a three, what do you call it, a three-way, I don't know.
Triple play.
Yeah, but it's a good twist, I think, but it's a twist where it slowly takes you
Bro,
through.
tell me that, because I need to know now. Tell me that. Who's the bad guy here?
Who do you think is the bad guy?
Honestly, I don't like. There's Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, and then I don't really recall. I think Tiana Taylor's in the movie as well.
Yeah.
Is it Matt Damon?
Who's the bad guy, or
Yeah.
no?
Is it Ben Affleck?
No.
Then we're good.
Yeah.
I don't really care then.
Okay.
Is it Tiana
So
Taylor?
what ends up happening is that I can't remember. I think it's Ben Affleck or no. So there's the Asian guy. I can't remember his name, but he's also a cop, and he has a secret phone throughout the movie that he doesn't hand over when Matt Damon.
I saw this actually. Yeah, I remember this.
And with this phone, he secretly has a contact with a very good fellow cop colleague.
Oh yeah, I remember they didn't have the scene in the van raid.
Exactly.
Where they find out the who's
Yeah.
It's the guy from Walking Dead too, right?
I haven't watched that. But he's secretly talking with him, and in a very non telling way, saying there's a lot of fucking money here. So when you eventually get here, we need to get that money. So and this guy, this friend or colleague is working for sort of like a SWAT team. Like a big armored truck, bulletproof, all that shit. So eventually they pull up because they all get in like a shootout, not between each other, but the cops in the house with the stash ends up getting in like a shootout. And that makes them call for reinforcement. The reinforcement comes, and that's the cops in this big armored van, and they get brought in. Everyone gets brought into this armored truck, and that's where the whole, like, the rest of the story unfolds, where Matt Damon and Ben Affleck then go through the story and try and get the last details out of these characters and like pin them against each other, to then finally have the full details revealed, and the two bad guys end up killing each other or something like that. Yeah, it's yeah.
What do you rate the movie?
I think it's a good 7.4.
Bro, that was exactly what I was thinking.
Really?
Yes, exactly what I was thinking.
Damn.
Yeah, because they've done I think they've done better movies. But I remember watching an interview with them where they were saying like, it's different now when you make movies with Netflix, because one of the things that Netflix stress is that you have to kind of like reiterate the plot throughout the movie because people are looking at their phones, right? Which is true, because I was doing that while I was watching the movie, which is why I didn't catch on to a lot of things. But like they've made better movies, like Good Will Hunting, crazy movie. And I know they came out a bad one. Dogma, also crazy movie.
But I saw that same thing with Netflix wanting to do it that way. But I actually saw that before watching this movie. And I tried to pay attention to it in this movie, and I'm pretty sure it's not in this movie. Like they haven't.
It's not verbatim like this is what's going on, but I noticed at least that every time I looked up, some time would happen, some time would pass, and then they would basically like indirectly sum up what was happening.
Okay.
Which I think is a shame, really, because it compromises their art, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I really like both Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. I think they're great actors.
Agree.
I just had like a Matt Damon marathon not too long ago.
Oh, nice.
Well,
The Martian?
I went through The Martian, Good Will Hunting, all the Bourne movies. He's made a lot of good stuff. But Good Will Hunting is one of my favorite movies.
Okay.
That's a really good movie. The interaction between him and Robin Williams is crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. He was also a really great actor, Robin Williams.
Yeah. So what else did you think about the rip?
I don't know, man, because like I think also like I watched it because it was those guys, but I'm not really in a like a cop movie era of my life, so it didn't really like resonate a lot with me.
Okay.
I think it was okay, and I think it was great. It was just like yeah, I think if it had been better, I would have like put down my phone and I would have watched the whole movie.
Yeah.
Because I remember I was doing it on a weekday, and then I was like 65% through, basically at the point where they're in their armored truck, and then I was like, yeah, okay, it's 1:30. I should probably go to bed because I have to get up with the kid in 4 hours. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I feel like that's the rating nowadays for movies, whether they're good or not, or at least captivating or not, is do you pull out your phone or not?
yeah. Also, but also can be like, is the anticipation so good that you liberally don't have the
Yeah.
phone like close by?
Yeah.
I have this new habit where when I do this or I watch series, I put my phone to charge in the kitchen so I don't have it, and then I can focus on it
Yeah.
more. Yeah,
That's a good thing.
yeah, it is.
Yeah. Anyways,
I have another historical fact for you, a quick one today.
okay.
Something I read that I think is just a weird coincidence. So there's a bonus point for you here if you notice. Obviously, you know who Abraham Lincoln is, right?
Who? No, I'm kidding.
Abraham.
I'm kidding.
Nice, you got me there.
Yeah.
And you know he got shot in the theater, right?
Yeah.
Do you know the name of the guy who shot him?
No chance.
Okay, it's John Wilkes Booth.
I've heard that before, but yeah.
He's the guy who shot him. Let's not go into why or who orchestrated that, but he shot him. What I read today is that a year earlier, Abraham Lincoln's son was standing on like a train platform. Train comes, something, he falls down like between the train and like the platform. And then this guy pulls him up, basically saving his life. And it was John Wilkes Booth's brother.
Oh.
Yeah, which is just like a weird coincidence.
That's that's a crazy coincidence.
Yeah, so he does that, and then a year passes, and then John Wilkes Booth shoots Abraham Lincoln and kills him.
Damn.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Small world type stuff.
I wonder how their family dinner must have been after that. Oh, so what did you get up to? Well, I say
to be honest, I don't really know what happened to John Wilkes Booth afterwards.
No.
But yeah, weirdness. Like
one brother shot Abraham Lincoln, the other saved him.
Yeah, well, his son, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just imagine that, really, like at the family table, like, yeah, what did you do today, brother? It's like, yeah, I saved this guy Abraham Lincoln's son. Oh, that's cool. And then a year later, John Wilkes Booth shoots him. So that was just like a little crazy one. But I have a story for you, a quick one as well today. This is a story about a time where I predicted the future with 100% accuracy.
You predicted the future?
Yeah. And you haven't met him yet, but my friend, Sony, you can ask him about this because he was there with me, so I have witnesses.
You have an alibi?
No, not an alibi. I have witnesses.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
So it was like Thursday evening. We had just been to like the supermarket to get some snacks. We're walking on this street, on one side of the street, basically on our way to his house.
Yeah.
I think we're like 16, 18 or something like that. We're walking on the left side of the street on the sidewalk, and then there's a man walking on the other side of the street on the sidewalk. And then we're just walking, minding our business, and then this loud, like Brian car, you know this term Brian we have for like idiots who ride with like loud music, drive too fast.
Yeah.
Comes like with like, we're in the city, right, where the speed limit is like 50. These guys come through with like, I want to say like 90, bro. Damn. Blasting music and fucking like, I think even one of them flipped me off as they drove past. And I immediately say loudly, man, I hope these guys fucking crash, right? 3 seconds pass, and then they drove right into a church. And I think the car was stolen because what happened next was that they just opened the doors and then they just like dispersed, right?
Okay.
So we're walking there, and then Soon looks at me and he's like, whoa. And I'm like, yeah, I just did that. And then the guy on the other side of the sidewalk was like, good job. And that was it. Yeah, that was it.
So you talked so loudly that the other guy heard it as well.
Yeah, he heard it as well. Yeah, because I was pissed. I think I was pissed because the guy flipped me off, right?
Yeah.
And also because they were obnoxious. But yeah, boom, boom, boom.
Jesus.
Yeah.
But I don't really want to, knock your story, but is that predicting when you say I hope?
That's not predicting either. I manifested that.
Fair.
I manifested that. You're right.
Fair.
I didn't predict the future. I manifested that, which is even cooler.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
That is even cooler.
Yeah.
That's a cool thing. I don't know if you ever experienced this, but have you, speaking of, seeing the future and stuff like that, have you ever had dreams where it's about like regular life, and then sometimes it's 2 days, sometimes it's 6 months, sometimes it's 2 years, but some period of time passes and then that exact thing happens?
I want to say yes, but I can't give you an example. I want to say
Okay.
yes, though. Yeah.
Okay. Because that happens to me quite a lot.
Yeah.
And then I have this crazy deja vu feeling.
Yeah, I think deja vu is when that happens, but you don't remember the dream.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
I remember every time. So
cool.
at least those, I don't have a lot of dreams, but those dreams when I have them, like, yeah.
So you remember the mundane, boring dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fair.
Yeah.
Actually, speaking of dreams, there was a time right when I had met my now wife where I was sleeping, and I had this very, like, I don't know if you would call it lucid, but I'm going to tell you the story of the dream, and I remember a lot of details regarding this dream.
Okay.
So basically, at the time I was watching this D&D, not series, but like live play series that was made by this Danish comedian called Christian Fuhlendorf, where he had like a bunch of guests on, and I had binged it. And then I was dreaming that I was basically playing with them, right? But then they wanted to go to this party, and then we like go through what looked like war ruins, right? To this, like,
Okay.
I wouldn't even call it shady neighborhood. It just looked like somebody had bombed the place. Anyways, we get to this party, and then it's cool, right? We're chilling, and then like he makes some jokes, and I'm talking with some people I don't know, whose faces I don't remember.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden, all of these spiders come, bro, and these spiders had like bright neon colors on them.
The hell?
And I remember vividly what happened was that one of the spiders like jumped into my face. Well, I remember it was a spider that had orange neon colors on it. It jumped into my face, bro. When in the second that happened, I jumped up from the bed. Like, I'm talking, that happened, and then I, like, half a second passed, and I was on my feet, sweating profusely,
Jeez.
saying, "What the fuck just happened?" And my now wife, she wasn't sleeping, so she saw it, and she's like, "That was crazy." No, like, oh man, I just woke up, I had the craziest dream, like, full on fear, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that was nuts, bro.
But you're not afraid of spiders, eh?
No.
No.
I don't even know, like, if anybody out there is like a dream analyst, let me know what that meant, because that was weird.
Very weird.
That was strange AF. But yeah, crazy dream.
That's very crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. But moving on to the next thing, we have another Reddit thread of post of "Am I the asshole?"
Shout out to Reddit for giving us a source of content.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
All right, looking forward to this one.
Yeah. Okay. So it is. Oh no, it just went away. Hold on. See, I had it prepared, and then typical. It's not there. It is.
Don't be prepared if you're scared.
I know, right?
That made no sense.
No.
That was a dumb rhyme.
Okay. So the title of this one: boyfriend is mad at me because he opened up relationship and got no dates. Yeah. And the question is, am I the asshole for how I responded? So it's not, am I the asshole for the situation, but how this person responded.
Can I say something first?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, fuck it. Just go. That was stupid.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, me and my boyfriend, they're both 37, and they've been dating for just over 3 years. Healthy relationship, both very independent, all good.
How long, sorry?
3 years.
Yeah.
However, something startled me 6 months ago. And it was him saying that he wanted to open up the relationship, meaning going on dates, sleeping with other women. And this person has never been in a dynamic like this. And it doesn't say whether the partner, the guy in this relationship has. But naturally, I had a lot of questions. He told me that I could also go on dates and sleep with other men. And at first I was a little bit skeptical, but ultimately I agreed. He told me that if at any point I wasn't comfortable, we could stop and close the relationship up again. One of the rules was we don't discuss with each other what we're doing or who we're going on dates with, so on. All right, so I signed up to a dating app. Within a few days, many hundreds, almost 1,000 likes, and it's been pretty steady since.
Yeah, this guy did not think this through.
He did not. Anyway, I started matching with people, texting and arranging dates. On average, I would go on 1 or 2 dates a month. There are also some people in similar dynamics of open relationships that I'm going on dates with and sleeping with regularly. I quite like the fact that everything is non-committal. So even though I was skeptical at first, I'm actually enjoying this open relationship. And as we agreed upon, nothing has been told about what we're doing with whom or so on. Yeah. I was then at my boyfriend's house the other day, and my phone was on the kitchen counter. He saw my notifications and then proceeded to go through my phone and read the messages. That's a no-go, by the way, including going through the dating app and whatnot. To say he was angry was an understatement. Turns out he opened the relationship up to take out on a date a younger colleague at his workplace who misread his idea of a date as just a work lunch. He then openly told me that he wanted to see if it would work with her so he could ultimately leave me for her.
The fuck?
However, she didn't want him, and it seems like no one else did either. In the end, or in the last 6 months, he has had a few rough patches and very few rough dates, but no one additional to sleep with. I feel somewhat embarrassed for him. He demanded we instantly close the relationship up, and I told him that maybe we should maybe we should just end things or at least take a break. He was outraged and called me names, but he was the one who wanted this dynamic, so what's the problem? I left, and as I walked home, and I contemplated fully breaking it off with him. He's been blowing my phone up, and I'm not quite sure what to say. Again, so the am I the asshole is how she responded.
So with the maybe we should end things?
Basically. Or take a break, yeah.
Hell no. Hell no. This also sounds like she just wanted to tell the story because there's no asshole element in this.
Yeah,
this guy is the asshole. So what I was going to say before you started it, was because I could already deduce what was happening from the title. And I was going to say he should have had someone on lock before. But then I recanted because that's a dick move because that means you've basically been like emotionally cheating or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, fucking what the fuck did you expect? Like dating apps is candy easy for women. And unless you're like, I think like at least like above like a certain high standard of attractiveness, you're gonna have a hard time as a man, bro. So yeah, this guy's a fucking idiot. She should just leave him basically.
Instantly.
Yeah. Also because you just know this guy called her a whore. You know that's what he called her, right?
Yeah.
And he's the one that opened up the relationship. Yeah, that's dumb, bro. Not the asshole at all.
It's funny that you say this thing with, having someone ready. That's basically what he thought he did.
Yeah, he thought he had it. Yeah, he thought he had it. But guess what, bro? Nah.
Nope.
You're just a friend, bro.
I feel like that's such a typical guy.
Also, what the fuck? He said that his plan was to get with this girl and then leave his girlfriend.
Yeah.
What?
Completely.
Why hasn't she broken up with him?
Yeah.
I would have never taken that shit. Fuck, bro. No.
That's honestly
sorry for cursing so much.
Honestly, worse than cheating. I feel like.
Yeah, no, bro. She should have been broken up with him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine his pride was hurt so much, and he felt so humiliated that he confessed to that. What a stupid, stupid man.
Very.
What a stupid man.
Very.
But you know what this reminds me of, right?
What?
I can't even say like because I know some of the people watching here will like deduce where this is from, and the ones that do it, yeah, cool. But you and I have an acquaintance that we both know,
right?
And through this acquaintance that we both know, I have for the first time in my life met someone who does this polyamory thing.
Oh,
but not in the way you think, bro.
Okay.
Let me just first of all say I could never do this. Never do this. Like the minute that comes on the table, it's over.
Fair.
Yeah. I can never do this. So this guy, we're going to call him Mr. X.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He gets with this girl, right? A woman, I should say. They're married, they have kids.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he's like, yeah, want to see other women or whatever. And then I'm really treading lightly here to not like reveal too many details. But
Okay.
basically, she was not feeling it, but then like manipulation, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, yeah, okay, cool. Um, he convinced
You got to
her.
give a bit more
Yeah,
than
bro.
that.
He basically convinced her that he wanted that to be happy, right? At least
Okay.
from my understanding.
Okay.
Does that, and then I think I might fuck up the details now, but I think that they actually agreed to open up the relationship completely. But then
Okay.
he sort of like convinced her that that wasn't for her. Bro. Yeah, it's so messed up, and like we should talk about this with the acquaintance because
Okay.
he will be able to tell the story better.
Yeah. Yeah.
But basically, he convinces her that it's not for her. Manipulation, one, two, three. So now they're in a relationship where they have two kids, and this guy has a girlfriend that sometimes sleeps at their house, which is just,
The fuck?
bro. Like the thing is, I've met the wife as well, and um, not too many details, but I can tell. I mean, I won't say I can tell, but I feel like she's convinced as well that this is the best way to do it. But there's just something in me that tells me that deep within her, she knows that this is wrong. She's getting fucked. Because
Yeah.
if I remember correctly, they met a couple that they were having dinner with them, and then they were also like an open relationship couple on both sides, which is kind of like how they met or something like that.
Okay.
But then when basically he told her what it was, that it wasn't like theirs, that it was only him, she threw him out and called him a pig. Yeah, bro, it's insane. This polyamory thing, fairness to those who do it, is
Yeah.
all that I think it should be based on mutual
Agree.
polyam because locking it
Agree.
off for your wife and then going out and getting girlfriends. And let me just tell you, this wife is in really good shape, has been like a bikini fitness model. Oh, God, I hope he never sees this because but I'm never gonna see him again anyways. And it's
No.
totally
No.
fucking I would say this to his face. Um the girlfriend, not to be superficial or anything, but she's ugly compared to her, bro. And
He's ugly compared to her.
no, so he has the wife, right? And he has the
Oh.
girlfriend. The girlfriend is ugly compared to the wife.
Oh.
She must have a banging personality, right? But I don't understand it, bro.
No.
I
That's.
don't understand it.
Yeah. No. I.
I
I.
feel like it's an ego narcissistic thing. And I probably shouldn't be talking about other people the way I'm doing it now, but I
Yeah.
just think it's weird because it weirded me out, like our acquaintance.
Mm.
I after I met him at a certain event and he explained the dynamic to me,
Mm.
I talked about it for like 2 weeks straight, bro, with everybody I knew because I couldn't wrap my head around it.
No.
The fact that the thing is I might be totally wrong, bro. I might be totally wrong and she might be totally cool with it, and that's how they're harmonious. That's fair. I don't think I am. I think he's somehow like taking advantage of what I assume could be like a confidence issue or like
Mm.
self-image issue on her side, and then use like his ego and narcissistic tendencies to manipulate her. That's what I think happened.
And that's not cool. If that is.
That isn't cool, and I think
That's.
that's why that lady threw him out
Yeah.
and called him a pig.
Yeah.
So yeah, bro, just wanted to say that.
Yeah. Because I can. I can see it being okay in the scenario that. Um, just an example. The guy's dick don't work for something, for example, or
Mm.
he doesn't have it's been removed because of something. You're in a situation where you are not in a position to
Wife is
satisfy your
asexual.
partner.
Wife is asexual. That could be
Yeah,
a thing as well.
exactly. So in that scenario, then I think it's fine.
Yeah.
But that in your scenario, no,
Listen,
that's
bro, I'm just disclaimer again. I might be wrong. Yeah, I don't
yeah,
think I
yeah,
am. I'm not typically wrong when it comes to these things. But damn, bro, that still baffles my mind from time to time when I
yeah. I
think
get
about
that.
it.
I get that.
Yeah, weirdness.
That is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, let's put a lid on that, and then let's hook up with our acquaintance and have them tell the story because
yeah,
he knows
yeah,
them
for
better.
sure, for sure. But yeah, going back to the am I the asshole?
Mm.
So for the response, I don't think she responded
No, she
good
didn't.
enough. Like she should have just ended
Well,
it. And
so sorry. The thing is, we've read a couple of these, and some of these also the ones we haven't talked about because we've been there for. Somebody seems like they just want to share the experience,
Yeah.
and then they think, okay, a lot of people will see it in the "Am I the asshole" subreddit? Because what part of okay, you're calling me names, blah blah blah. What part of maybe we should take a break or just break up is asshole in this
Yeah.
situation? That just seems weird, bro.
I agree.
Yeah, it should be probably more fitting for our stories or our
confession.
vent or our confession. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Which are also good subreddits, by
Probably
the way.
vent. This probably fits better than vent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, first of all, also, lady, get some self-respect. Yeah, you should have fucking broken up with this guy the minute he said his plan was to dump you for this girl that doesn't even
That's
want him. Also, that must
crazy.
also mess with her image of him, bro.
Yeah.
Because like, yeah, you have this boyfriend, he's great and stuff, and then you see his market value is fucking -3,
Yep.
right? So yeah, not the asshole, but also kind of don't put it in "Am I the asshole?" Just put it in confession or vent.
Speaking of apps and so on, at least dating apps, there's actually a statistic done on statistics done on how many men actually get success on dating apps, and it was measured that only 5% of men
I believe that.
actually succeed on dating apps.
I believe that.
And success in that scenario is either just getting some action or actually getting a relationship. That's only 5%.
Yeah.
So again, going back to what you said, this guy had to be quite well off.
Yeah. That's just the reality of the
Yeah.
fact, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that's just the reality of dating apps. We talked about it in the other episode. That's why we need to create that Love is Blind dating app where you can't see anyone. And then, because then you're a superficial piece of shit if you don't want to like commit to them.
True.
I'm gonna retract that because that doesn't because like appearance does factor into it, right? But at least you get to admit it and say, yeah, you know what, I saw you, I think you're a great person, physical attractive. I'm not there, so yeah, let's just end it here. Let's be friends or whatever. Yeah. But this guy's an idiot though. This guy's a fucking idiot.
Agree.
Because he had the master plan in his mind.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna get with this young girl, and I'm gonna leave this girl. It's gonna be all good. That's why I'm broken up with a relationship. And then market value below -300. Girl is getting hella dates. Could probably get the date every day of the month if she wanted to. Yeah, there's a poetic justice in that.
Yeah.
But yeah, have some respect for yourself, woman, and leave this guy.
Agree.
Yeah, go with any one of the other guys you're seeing that isn't in a relationship.
Yeah.
All right,
interesting.
Cool. We have a quote of the week. Go.
We do. And this is okay. I'm not going to preface this with anything. I'm just going to go straight into it. So the quote is, "You never realize the value of a moment until it becomes a memory."
Crazy quote. Crazy quote.
Yeah. I think it's both very basic, but at the same time, I think it has some depth to it. Because at least when you're living through something, for example, whether that is, the first time your kid walks or enjoying a hobby or whatever it is, it's always something you have to look back to. And it only holds the value for you that you assign it as well. So if you say this is, or if you think this is like a core memory, if this is something you really care about, then it of course is a bigger memory and a more long lasting memory than other things.
Yeah. I think the reason why you don't do that is because you are totally in the moment when it happens. Now you said first steps. I didn't see my kids' first steps. My parents did, but they were at my house, so they came out running like, "Yeah, you have to come." My mom was like going crazy. But yeah, man. I think the core memories have no meta thinking in them whatsoever in the moment itself. So when you experience that, like first kiss and like all of these things, you're just living in the moment and you're not meta thinking or contemplating about circumstantial stuff of the moment. I like this one. I like this one.
What would you rate it?
This one is a solid 8 for me.
Solid 8?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably up there as well. I'm thinking, almost like an 8.3.
Yeah, so, I like this one.
And I'll disclaim now that this is from Dr. Seuss.
Oh, shout out Dr. Seuss.
Yeah, but I didn't want to say it because I didn't want it to inflict a rating.
Green eggs and ham.
What?
You don't? Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
I'll tell you afterwards.
Okay.
I think I like this one. Yeah. I do have The thing is, I have this. I've had this weird habit since I was very young, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where I would randomly, like random moments in my life, I would agree with myself that I would always remember this moment.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, because it's like me walking on the street, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But that transitioned into using that when something remarkable happens, uh, which basically contradicts what you're saying, because then I register it as a core memory
True.
while it's happening, while still being in the moment, right? But it's just like a
Yeah.
weird thing I have.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Anyways, anyways,
It's time for the playlist.
playlist today. I'm going back to old school today.
Yeah.
Way back. I have no idea what the year is. But it's a
Mm-hmm.
song called "Carry On My Wayward Son" by Kansas.
Okay.
Story about this is, I used to love watching Supernatural, like hardcore love it. Fell off in the later seasons, in
Okay.
my opinion.
That's fair.
But they used to always have this when they were to start a new season, or actually, was it when? No, was it in the ending of? It doesn't matter. Ending of a
Mm.
season, a new season. They would do a recap and they would play this song. It was really catchy.
Nice.
And my dad is like a huge music freak. He has like so many LPs, bro, thousands, I want to say.
Yeah.
And I was blasting this song once in my room, and then he came into my room and said, "Why are you listening to this song?" I was like, "I like this song. They're playing it on this show I watch." He was like, "Come." And then he showed me the whole album from Kansas, the band. And yeah, it was just like a really cool moment where we could bond
Oh,
over
wow.
something. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. So I'm putting it up there. It's way different than any song we've put on there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play the song after we
Yeah. Yeah.
record now, so you can listen to it. The chorus is really catchy. Good instrumentals as well. So yeah, "Carry On My Wayward Son" by Kansas. And now that I'm saying it, I'm a bit. I don't really know if that's if the title I've given is too long, but I'll put it up here so you
Yeah.
can see it,
Yeah.
or you'll
Okay.
put it up there.
Yeah.
Whoever
Yeah.
will put it up here.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was the edition. That wraps it up. Guys, thank you for watching. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, send us some amor, por favor. Can you do that? The roll
No,
with the
no,
R?
I can't.
Okay.
I can't.
My wife can't do it either. She does the arda, 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 arda.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, comment, subscribe, send us some love. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. As always, keep it true.